to All Games Considered, the show where I take you back to a video game from the past, anywhere from the very beginning to present day. Now let's go back to 1972, when the band ABBA formed and the digital watch was released. What a year. I wasn't born yet, but thanks to the internet I can get a pretty good idea of what it was like. Ugh. Pong. Everyone should know that name. You remember Pong, right? Well, maybe if you're old enough to have lived back then and remember the craze. But thanks to a vast amount of technology we have today, you too can enjoy all the square ball bouncing that is Pong. Thought to be the first video game, it sadly was late by 10 years, by a game called Space Wars. No, not that cool. That's more like it. Created by Steve Russell, it was actually a pretty interesting little game. Sure, graphically, it isn't what we see today, but for 1962, it was quite impressive. It was also a two-player game, with each player controlling a starship and trying to shoot down their opponent. It even featured a chance of escaping by entering hyperdrive. It's possible that if the man didn't exist, we may not have the video games we love today. But we are talking about Pong. Created by Atari, it started out as an arcade with the sweet wood finish that sadly was too popular in the 70s. It quickly gained popularity as it was extremely easy to play. Having just a dial, opponents would move their paddle up and down trying to hit the squares into the opponent's side. The first to 11 points was deemed the winner. It was a simulation of table tennis, which, when watching, I can't say is that exciting at all. But people went apeshit over Pong, and why not? That was the first mainstream digital video game. It was mind-blowing at the time. Because of its popularity, Atari created a home version of the game in 1974 with the clever name Home Pong, and it was finally released in 1975 in Sears, something that probably will never be seen again. Like I said, people went nuts over Pong. The arcade and home units combined sold over 150,000 units. People young and old were playing Pong. There were spin-offs made, legal battles being fought with Magnavox, which that may be in another video, but most importantly, money being made. Atari had made a mark in history, and it was clear that people liked video games. They were here to stay. Today you can find Pong just about anywhere. Hell, go to ponggame.org and play the game for free. Do you have any fond memories of Pong? Personally, I don't, but let me know. Also, any suggestions of games you would like to see me do next. Thank you for watching All Games Considered.